Good afternoon, and welcome into Clumsy Who. It's me. That's his own fault, actually. I thought it was me. Welcome into another Titan Talk. Today, we have a plethora of things to discuss, is the word I'll use.
Myriad things.
Many things.
A whole.
Kilgan, anything we want to say first of all before we
this is a big patch. If you watched Monday's show, you know that this is a big patch. We're not going to go through all of the massive balance changes stuff.
Of which there's a lot.
There's a lot. We're going to go through some of them ahead of PTS, which will go live at 2 o'clock.
Nice.
So basically, when the show is over, you'll be able to log into PTS and play all this.
Yes.
But we're going to go through as much today as we can, and then a lot of this massive balance patch we will not talk about until Friday. But we're going to talk about Daji. We're going to talk about Yulefest. We're going to talk about Conquest stuff. It's going to be a lot. So we should just start doing it.
If we can get through this in an hour, I'll be impressed.
And chat, if you're late today, I'm sorry, just watch the bot. We got to get started.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, where do we start, Kilgan?
We should start by, I think, just taking a look at how the Conquest map has evolved in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
It's exciting.
I mean, they're going to see Daji at the same time.
That's fine.
It is what it is. You get an early little look. Lighting.
And this is the least changed part.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I forgot to put cams on so you can see his little
Oh, no, it's nighttime.
I've got no audio either.
It's
Goodness.
nighttime.
I'm sorry.
Can
I've
you
been
fast
here.
forward
You'll
to
have.
nighttime?
I'm gonna press the button. I tweeted.
What's the button? I've got no audio and people are going to be upset, so I'm just fixing that real quick.
We're being coy, but I tweeted.
Just do a quick check. Yeah, audio's working. We'll talk about Daji shortly. How do I speed up time? Clums, I forgot.
Slow-mo. Like 5.
Slow-mo, 1 word, space 5. I can't actually see, so I'm gonna just trust.
And then...
That didn't work.
The camera's in the way.
Yeah, we can't see.
What you typing?
Slow-mo.
Yeah, 1 word. S-L-O.
No W, no W.
Who spells slow-mo wrong? That's correct.
I know.
5.
There you
And then, what's its day again? Go back to slow-mo 1.
Yeah,
and then we'll walk around.
We'll get there. Oh my God, I forgot. So quick, hang on.
Oh, I should have showed you guys the picture.
Yeah, I just think it's more obvious to look at in the daytime. There's obviously some changes in nighttime too, but like, there's been a lot of updates in the 2 weeks, and we'll look at them in a second. Okay, so things that we have done. I will just start reading through them, and then we'll take a look at stuff.
It's already daytime.
So there is a new jungle lighting pass that makes use of a material gobo for enhanced jungle vibes. I don't know what a material gobo is.
Material what?
Gobo. G-O-B-O.
This is gobo.
But
like
I think basically, like, you can notice there's kind of more like shadowies on the
It's
floor
so pretty.
now.
The god rays?
There's so there are subtle god rays for medium and above settings kind of throughout the map.
That's good to know.
So if you're on low settings, you won't see these, but if you're on medium or above, you will. And these are all like hand placed. So it's, for performance purposes, we aren't relying on like the lumen stuff, right? So this is all hand done. There's been material polish for a variety of the map assets. So a lot of the materials throughout the map should just look and feel a lot better. Like these rocks that we had, like kind of the very early version of the rocks last patch, I think have a lot better detail on them. The stealth grass is one of them that has been updated.
Just look right here, just like when you go into the jungle here.
Like,
it's so noticeable right there. It's like right this looks so different.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think it looks really nice. And also, we've further refined the general lighting to fill in and improve the look of various areas. Gold Fury is one of them. So if you want to run around the Gold Fury area for a second, you'll see just like this has like a different lighting palette.
Yeah, right.
Than previously. It's, we're not done, but should just feel better. And then the Chaos base, in particular, looks quite a bit better.
Just even like when you look at this purple camp right here, because whenever we go in.
Oh, sorry, purple camp?
Yeah, just like look at this area. It just looks so nice.
Yeah.
It's so different.
I'm heading over there. I'm sorry, chat. I wasn't prepared for where I was supposed to go today, and I'm like, oh,
no, it's okay.
So good.
Yeah. And then you might have to run.
Go straight in the base. Who cares?
Cheers.
Not like Phoenix didn't do anything right, Clums.
Did you?
Yeah.
That hurt.
But yeah, the lighting in here I think is much better.
Get a vibe of either one. But you guys could all test this out as
and
well.
And those material, the way the light's reflecting off of the shiny bits and whatnot.
Off the shiny bits.
Yeah, it looks, it's looking better, right? And again, this is 2 weeks of improvements. We have a lot of other stuff that we are working on that we will continue to show off here. Yeah, I mean, just running out of the base. Like, compare
the difference.
The difference. Like, for when you first leave it, you're just like, oh my god, the jungle just looks so much better.
Everyone's going to want to be junglers now. Oh, and Daji's coming out.
And Daji's coming out, which is a good double whammy. So we should talk about Daji, I guess.
Oh, are we doing it?
Before we even get onto that one real quick, I guess you should talk about what you can see on your screen here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I had the notes.
Yeah, so right here on your screen right now,
prepared.
you see a says confirm while you have your targeter out. So if you want to, basically it says like how to do the thing while you have it out.
Press button.
Yeah, press button. There's also, if you have something that like needs refires or whatnot, there's text on that. It's just a little thing to help players understand like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What do I need to do to actually use this ability?
I guess some of the reason for this as well, not to be off Kilgun, is probably because some abilities do have refires.
Yes.
And it's not always clear for them. Ares is another example.
And we're going to, we'll look at some other characters later as part of this that have, like, there's also the ability for custom text for the refires. So, like Aladdin will say like genie push or something on the refire. So yes, it can be turned off. Chat.
I say first question. Everyone's like, "That's really nice. I don't want it. Can I turn it off?" Yep.
Yeah. If you're an old head who hates modernization and improvement, then sure, that's fine. But the goal, for most players, we think this will be a nice improvement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a HUD editor option, so you can move it around and turn it off.
Okay, cool. Awesome to hear.
Okay.
So Daji, let's
talk about it.
Let's get on to it. Clumsy, that's why you're here, my friend.
Yeah.
Tell me about Daji. Where are we going to start?
Daji. So, she's obviously, we've talked about her a little bit before. I think there's been a little bit of, people have heard the changes that we've been making from one of the previous Titan talks. And she has a couple of shifts, a couple of buffs going in, and her +1s are really just like threefold.
Okay. So I guess we start over just because for people that may have not know her very well as well, we should go through the whole kit for the most part. So
yeah, for sure. So basic
attack,
pretty simple basic attack, no real change there. That being said, her passive brings in a little flavor everywhere. The passive hasn't gotten any of the +1 shifts. Honestly, we were talking about whether we wanted to spice up the passive in any way, and we'd rather have shifted that onto the other parts of the kit than actually try and like just add more damage on the passive itself. So there's actually a debate on whether to an internal debate of whether to put some of the +1 shift onto the first ability or into the passive, and we decided to put on the first ability instead. So Torture Blades, every time you do an attack or a non-ultimate ability, technically this is a change here because in Smite 1, this wouldn't proc off the 1, and now it does in Smite 2. It's just doing a damage over time. Simple as that.
You get slashed, you bleed. Makes sense.
Logic.
You bleed. So the first ability.
Yeah.
Horrible Burns. So the way this works is just an attack stim. When you use it, your next successful attack will now slow and deal bonus damage and a bonus burn. The new thing that's happening here is, we wanted to play, one of the fun things with doing the +1s is like, okay, what do we want to do just in terms of a kit? What do we want to do in terms of like, what would Daji do? Like, what is thematic? And one of the thematic thing, just look at the new effects and stuff too. It looks so good. One of the new things that we added was playing on the idea that like Daji's like a torturous. What might she do? Play with their food a little bit. So when someone gets low, if you can get them, I think below 30% health.
I'm not even sure if kit. Yeah, I have
yeah. Obviously this is PTS. There's still some things that are being worked on as usual.
Yep.
Expects. We've already fixed a whole bunch of stuff since this patch. I think a little bit lower.
That's probably okay.
Unless it just doesn't work with bots.
Do you need your one?
Oh no, it is actually it's working here. The mark isn't showing up, which is an effects thing. Yeah, so that's it's actually working there. Usually there's a mark and a beam. I think we just broke that for this thing, but you can see that it's actually the mark that's rapidly showing yourself on the buff is actually happening. So what's actually happening here is can you use your one but put it on cooldown? So turn your cooldown sheets off.
Sure.
And then use your one on like someone else just so we don't get that guy. Yeah. And go near the person that's low.
Yep.
You can see that one is rapidly reducing.
Oh yeah, okay.
So what's actually happening is when an enemy god is below 30% health or health threshold, your one's cooldown rapidly decreases very, very quickly. Only your one. And if you hit an enemy god with that one while they're marked, you'll gain a stack, which will increase and permanently increase the damage of further ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So play with your food when they're low on health, and over the course of the game, you're going to be stacking in that 3% strength scaling only on Horrible Burns itself to deal more damage over time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you hit an enemy below 35% health with your one, you get a permanent stack of this 3%
so go ahead and hit
scaling.
that Odin with your one.
Hoppa.
You can see you're now on 2 stacks of permanent strength scaling on your one only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's honestly not the easiest thing to do, which is kind of why that CDR is there, because you might end up using your one, which then gets them below the health threshold.
Stay permanently?
Those are permanent. Yeah.
Do they stack indefinitely? Is there a limit on how many stacks I can get off these?
They're permanently, and there's a limit that we're not going to get to, most likely. And if you guys get to
what is it? Is it just like...
I think it's probably just 99. Or 99.
Okay. Yeah.
So
right,
within 2 days, someone will tell us exactly how many you can get to.
Yes.
And we'll see how it works.
On PTS later today, somebody will tell us exactly.
All right, cool. So that's the main. That's honestly like the main +1 feature change with Daji. Her 2, I'm pretty sure, is basically exactly the same, which is the channeling force swipes, dealing damage, applying that bleed from the passive, giving her movement speed, slow immunity, and all that good stuff. And then specifically, for those who don't know Daji, it has always actually provided you damage mitigations from enemies who are behind you. So that's that 20 to 40%.
Yeah, your bushy tails just absorb
your bushy tails absorb the damage. Crazy. So while you're channeling, you could get some damage mitigations if enemies are behind you.
Turn my cooldowns back on just so I can... Oh, I didn't do it.
And question, can I use my 2 while getting the 1's rapid cooldown? Yeah. It's just if you're within the range.
It's just being nearby. Yeah. There's a little bit of a range check, but as long as you're nearby, that's what matters. It's the nearest like low health enemy god that's below that threshold. And there is usually a mark above their head. I think that broke for this PTS test, unfortunately. Again, things are still a work in progress. So the 3 has the tiniest of a +1 feature at the same time.
I think it's a huge +1.
It's going to be a big deal.
Okay.
So you're not going to see it there, which is fine. Actually, no, technically it's there, but yeah, target character or ward. I don't know why I'm being so.
Ward.
Basically, you can TP and you can use your curios now to TP to ward. So if you
a jungler might ward. That's crazy.
That's right. you can ward hop as Daji, giving a little bit more flexibility. You know, we've shifted some things around with her ulti, but we're giving her even some more excitement here.
If I see an enemy ward, can I teleport to that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd ask.
If you happen to have Ascension, I did that in like a Joust playtest, I think. No, I did that in the Conquest playtest. For some reason, there was a ward underneath our tower, and I was running back towards it, and I was able to dash towards that ward.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
Wards are useless in Arena and Assault. Not anymore if you're playing Daji. There you go. That's my answer there.
Buy an Oracle Chalice.
So Trickster still works the same way. Any other changes other than the ability to teleport?
Nope, that's the biggest change there. So you're still doing the main important thing, which is what you showed off there, is, you know,
I'm not a Daji.
I was going to know that.
Yeah. Is when you're using the 3, which has a long pre-fire, it can get interrupted very easily. Depending on where you're rotating during the pre-fire will be where you end up around the enemy target. That's a SMITE 1 thing, but it's incredibly crucial to Daji's playstyle. We want to make sure we preserve that.
Yeah, so like you can block somebody by ending up in front of them. You can end up behind them. You can, you know, basically position yourself really well for when you are teleporting with the 3.
And there's a little bit more cleaned up logic on making sure that when you have your 3 over someone, because you can't just do it anywhere, right? You have to have a target.
Yeah.
I think it prioritizes enemy gods and prioritizes like the main jungle monster instead, like in the middle one instead of the 2 side ones. There's just like an extra logic there to make it feel a little bit more usable.
Okay.
And then the ult.
And finally, the Parlor, the biggest change, I guess, that a lot of people have
and we have made changes since we last
talked about it, but it's really just there's some small things there. So you can see we've got the ulti. I think that center circle is still potentially wrong, but that's okay. So yeah, you go up, you rise up on the Paolo. Now the Paolo is always taking AoE fire damage. That's different from SMITE.
Okay, so like this.
Yep. So that guy is always taking damage. If you hit someone and chain them, they will be pulled slowly vortexed towards the Paolo. Okay. If they're ever chained when they hit the Paolo, they'll get stunned and take bonus damage.
Okay.
That bonus damage is also something that wasn't there before. If you hit them twice, they'll actually be pulled much more strongly towards the Paolo.
Yeah. If you hit twice, you're kind of not getting away.
3 is not going to do anything different. It's just going to be hitting for extra damage. But the goal here, the main reason why we made this change isn't just for the 1 relic like difference. It's a little bit more intentionality behind the CC. It's making sure that if you want to really affect someone, affect a team, you're not being able to get everything for free. You're not doing an Ares ulti. You really have to pick and choose how you're affecting someone. We did add a cripple to the chains now, so you can't just like leap away.
Yep.
Cripple. That's a good thing to know. So cripple now on the chains as well. So
but there's also a duration to the chains too, which I think was important too, because otherwise this was a 6 or 7 second triple. So if you hit all those guys after I think 3 or 3.5 seconds, the chains will just dissipate by themselves.
So long range is really going to just slow them down and pull them back slightly. But if you go in on one target,
chain someone twice, you can still leave early while they're still being effective.
And it will still pull them in.
And you'll still pull them in. Yes, and you'll still be able to attack them during it.
Yep. And you can also, like, these are AoE tethers, so yeah, you can hit multiple people at the same time.
It also just gives us a lot more flexibility everything that we talked about is iterable. We can make the first vortex stronger. We make the second vortex like basically as instant as we want it to be.
A lot of tunable.
There's a lot of things that we can now play around with. While the previous playstyle was very unintuitive for the enemies, right? It was a very like Daji favoritism there. So this way, honestly, like as Kilgun talked about before, this is going to be stronger in a lot of different circumstances, but it has a lot more counterplay to it.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
I mean, honestly, being able to just all in place and deal damage and AoE around.
I mean, you
could
do
be
that
very
like on the
useful.
jungle entrance, whatever, pull people towards it. Now there is a zoning tool just as much as a damage and CC tool.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a little look at Daji so far. Is there anything else I'm missing from this, from memory?
No, I think that
think
should
so.
be it.
Yeah, I think that's base Daji. But we also have
Oh, we have
Aspect
Daji.
Daji.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Which I
don't
think
even know
was
what this is.
on during the PTS.
Oh god, it's
on.
it was
It's-
not for the last
okay.
PTS. They haven't seen it. You could have seen it in jungle practice.
Yeah, it was
but,
on
you
in
know.
during jungle practice by mistake, but that's fine. We figured that out.
Yeah, chains are a cripple for people in chat. They're asking
Yes.
again. Aspect. How do I turn
Aspect.
that on
I
again?
think it's called Aspect of Ferocity.
It's test talent.
Thank you.
Test talent, one word, space Daji, and it should autofill if you press tab.
We hope. Yeah.
The
Nice.
aspect of ferocity.
The Aspect of Ferocity.
Talk
So,
me through this.
Yeah, let's read this out real quick. So Horrible Burns, which is the first ability, no longer burns, which is kind of funny actually, but provides lifesteal and lasts for a short duration. It's now a stim. 1,000 Cuts, which is the second ability, has a shorter cooldown, fires 2 swings instead of the 4, but at attack speed thresholds, will actually increase the number of swings you do.
Okay.
And Trickster Spirit, which is the third ability, does less damage but provides an attack speed buff. So the goal here isn't really to roll shift Daji away into something else.
It's more like auto attack
It's
Daji.
more of a changing from ability Daji into auto attack Daji.
Okay.
A basic attack focus Daji. This has been strong and not strong in playtest. I think Matt
I
today
think
just
it's
got a
very
pentakill.
strong.
That being said, well, we can go to good pros and cons later. But the idea here is, yeah, so you can see. So let's just do one thing. Let's do one thing at a time.
Yep.
So just go ahead and use your 1. You can see, and go ahead and attack someone. So this now lasts several seconds and just does bonus damage. That
Yeah,
dot
so you
you're
can
seeing
just
there is
keep
from the
attacking,
passive.
right?
Yeah, so
So-
just use your 1 and keep attacking.
Oh, sorry.
So you're now doing bonus damage with each swipe, lasting a certain period of time.
Yep.
The dot that you're seeing there is not from the Horrible Burns, but still from the passive. Right.
yeah.
And it also provides you lifesteal
Yeah.
while the 1 is active, which, we're full health, but that is there. The second ability, if you go ahead and fire that, just does 2 swipes.
Yep.
That's it. 2 swipes of basic attack, 100% basic attack damage. That does have, I think, 70% item proc, so 30% reduced item proc damage or 70% effectiveness.
Yeah.
That being said, you can also use your 1 and then use your 2, because it's basic attack damage. So you're actually going to be able to 1 and then 2 to apply that bonus damage on everything. Now, let's get some more attack speed. Do you have, let's see, can you, you're on what,
Base.
PCS?
No, I'm on.
Oh, you're on, yeah, let's do it the safe way.
What's the safe way? Base?
Yeah, just go ahead and get to, I think, 1.5 attack speed.
Sure. I
should-
don't even
did
know
I
to
actually?
check. I didn't even give it enough. Is that 1.5?
Well, what I would rather do
1.7.
is it below 2.5? What was it?
Yeah,
1.7.
1.7? Yeah, go ahead and just swing. We don't need to.
Yeah, just do it right here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so that scales now
It scales based
off
on
my
attack speed threshold
Okay.
specifically.
Yeah.
All right, and now go ahead and get to 2.5.
Yep.
Charging bind of gold.
Get a tear thing while you're out here.
Yeah, go ahead and grab a tier thing. Yep, I can't see what you have.
I'm just adding
Odibo,
gold. Tier thing? Okay.
Yeah, tear fang, Odibo.
Rip Talon, whatever.
Riptile.
Odibo.
The finest
Odibo.
blades will do.
Nice. Surely you
2.37?
just get one more thing. Or you can pop Dagger Frenzy.
Crit.
Or you
Just
can
cuz.
use your
2.51.
3. Nice. All right, now we can play around. Go ahead and fire it. The other thing that's happening is your game going from 2, 4, 6 swings, but for those who are astutely noticing, the swings are actually faster. So
Okay.
when you go from 2 to 4, it's actually speeding up the swing timer, and from 4 to 6, it's speeding it up even more.
Oh, good luck.
It's a very
Lord.
balanced ability.
Yeah. Just silence or stun her out of it. It's fine. Like, crits, it's doing everything that, yeah. It feels pretty good. Now, remember,
We want to see how this does on PTS because
I didn't know it crit, by the way, so I'm just showing that
Yeah,
off. I
it's
was like,
basic
woo!
attack damage. So the other thing, again, remember the 3,
Yeah.
if you hover over that, because it's not really that much, you can actually get 30 to 50% attack speed after using your 3. So the main thing there is,
So I 3 and then 2. Okay.
3,
Yeah, yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, right?
Okay.
1, if you won before you 3, you're just losing a little bit of uptime on that. But if you 3, 1, 2, you're getting full uptime. and you're going to be slashing. So you don't really need to get that 2.5 via your items. You can actually utilize your 3 earlier, or you can use items like Dagger or Frenzy to try and get over those certain thresholds. So it's really just understanding what thresholds you're on, and you're going from the 2 to 4 to 6. Yeah, so in playtests, she's been quite strong recently. Yeah. That being said, if she is ever locked down, as with most in-hand assassins, she has her ulti, I think, which is the biggest thing to allow her to escape. That's why there's actually no changes on the Powwow with the aspect at all. But if you ever catch her out, she doesn't have that ability burst damage. She has to be swinging. And I think this will be an interesting twist to her playstyle, like going from the ability burst assassin to attack speed assassin.
But I guess it's one of them. Yeah, it should be exciting for people to play around with. Obviously, it's on PTS. People will be able to test this all weekend and will give us feedback as well.
There's a lot of different numbers to tweak, and I think one last thing that's actually different here is that because the horrible burns, the first ability, is now a stim that lasts a certain duration, the +1 that was added to it, which says, hey, every time you do damage with your 1 on something that's low health, gain a stack. Now you can just gain more stacks, but it actually will take 4 stacks to gain 1 extra permanent strength. So that way you're not just gaining way more strength than the non-aspect Daji. Okay. We thought of that as well. So it's 4 stacks to every 1.
Yeah, I would say definitely fun. If you are the kind of person who likes,
6 is the max number.
If you like getting in there and blowing people up, Daji is great at that, right?
Yeah, totally.
She does the things that Daji did in SMITE 1 with some fun twists, and the new aspect is quite fun to play. So check her out on PTS later today, and let us know what you think. And then she'll be live next week on Tuesday.
Again, just a reminder, I am not a Daji main. I apologize. I should have said that at the start because I'm definitely not doing all the combos that should be done. Yeah. That's my expectation.
No, you're good. Daji cannot jump to Sylvanas plants. It's only target characters, which are minions and gods, jungle bosses and such, and wards. Specifically wards. If you start doing Sylvanas plants, and you have to talk about other deployables, and it's like what does work and what doesn't work, and you go to sake bottles and Kabrakan walls and all sorts of stuff. So wards is the only exception outside of just target characters.
Gonna come back here first of all as we load up the next part.
We got to go to the Ascension Pass.
Yeah,
we got to see all of Daji's cool stuff. As a reminder, if you have a Ultimate Founders Edition, you will get this free when the game comes out or when the update goes live on Tuesday. So
find a real quick.
Continues to become a better and better deal.
Here we go. Back to in-game. So here's a little look first of all.
Yeah, can you look at the base?
Oh yeah, and for the someone said, do you still have the 1 cooldown when enemy gods are low for the aspect? You do, but it goes on cooldown at the end, so it's harder to utilize.
So we just haven't really looked at the model.
Sure.
So so we have updated her model quite a bit from SMITE 1. This was a bigger remodel than some characters get. The goal was to make her look more ethnically appropriate, I think, and also just to add more detail in place where it really made sense. So I think this turned out
gorgeous.
Really well. I think they did a great job.
I love the tails. I think they look really good.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure we really took a look at this model and appreciated the work that Jason put into it. So
100%.
And animating 9 tails, let me tell you. When we first did Daji in SMITE 1, they were like, could she be like a 3-tailed fox goddess? Like, no.
Sure.
That's not how that works.
That makes sense. Okay, so here's a little look at the pass. Obviously, God's Chained is one of the Ascension Pass trackers alongside the Emote Mastery, and then the Shadow Skin, which is the first one I just showcased there a little bit.
Spooky Daji.
Loves the red eyes.
Spooky Daji. You'll get the clap. And then there's Objectives Destroyed, along with God Assists and Tortured to Death. Enemy gods killed by Torture Blades, damaged over time. Then the Onyx. Look, that looks really good.
I like that. That's so clean.
I like that a lot.
Onyx skin. Alongside the diamonds, and then there's the opal variation.
Always so good.
Yeah, probably going to use opal.
Big fan of the opals. Awesome. The shiny reflection here is crazy. Then we've got the Tailspin.
I haven't actually seen that.
That's fun.
Oh my gosh. I wonder what that's a reference to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you remember that old Disney animated show, Tailspin?
No.
You're not old enough for that?
That's what I thought the reference was too.
Okay.
Not going to lie, because that's good TV show.
That's good.
Back in the day. So there's a little look at the wave emote as well in the opal, alongside Ninetales as a title. Yeah. God Kills as part of the tracker too. Then there's the Daji badge. Unfortunately, we didn't get all 9 tails in before somebody complains about the badge not being everything in there. Then we have the Radiant version.
That's so nice. I think our Radiant skins are just
Radiant's good. I think I like Opal the best for this.
I'm a big fan of Opal.
I like both. There's another skin that I like as well, but
yeah. Future us.
TBD.
Yep.
Is what I have here. So we'll update that later on. Apologies for that one.
That's kind of normal.
And that's kind of where we're at with the Daji pass.
That's Daji.
So
We're really excited.
Yes, we are.
She will be out on Tuesday with everything else.
Tuesday. Or test on PTS today, all the way through the weekend.
Yeah.
Where's next?
So next, let's talk about Yulefest. Yulefest will be kicking off. 'Tis the season for giving and receiving. I guess it's the season. We're bringing back some of the classic, winter skins from SMITE 1 over the course of the next 3 or 4 patches. I forget exactly how long this lasts.
I heard one on the list that I'm super excited for, which I did not know.
And we're also introducing some new kind of wintry skins as part of this.
Okay.
In general, high level, the event works similarly to the Reaping, where you will, in the Reaping, you got pumpkins, and it gave you free stuff. In this time, you will get peppermint candies that will give you free stuff. It does not have the collecting candy in-game piece.
Okay.
We should not have used candies because people got confused when I mentioned it. And they're like, oh, I don't want to have to pick up candy in game again. It's like, we're not doing that.
You don't hear no piece of candy.
Yeah, it's no piece of candy. It's like pumpkins with some changes.
Gotcha.
So can you go to the event UI screen?
The Yulefest screen?
Yeah, just the main screen.
Yep.
Real quick. So this is the free skin that you will.
That's the free one?
The first free skin that you'll be getting. There's 2 free skins. We give people too much free shit in this game, I swear.
What the heck?
So you'll be getting a wonderful. I actually don't have the name written on here because I am not prepared today.
Christmas Aladdin, we'll call it.
Yeah, Christmas. I think it's
Santa
Winter
Aladdin.
Wishes Aladdin. I
Probably
think is what it's
sounds
actually
about
called. Which there's even some really cool FX stuff in game. We're going to go in game to show this off. But yeah, if you get 3 candies, you'll get this skin for free. One thing we did add is we added a 2 candy reward as well.
Nice.
Because I believe there will be 2 free candies, and then the other ones will be included in Travelers. So the 2 free ones, if you just get the 2 free ones, you'll get a title that I don't remember what the title is going to be. I apologize. But you will get something, a collection reward for free. That was something we didn't do last time, which we want to make sure there was some kind of free collection reward if you did that.
Yep.
And then if you buy 1 Traveler on top of your free collection rewards, you'll get the Aladdin skin free. If you get to 4 candies, then you will get a loading frame, which you can see on the rules tab actually, and then
Pow.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Looks
It's
nice.
not fully detailed out yet, but as you can see, that's why I was going to let you choose where we go.
Yeah. I just wanted to show the loading frame real quick.
Sounds good.
And then if you get to 6 candies, there will be the Snow Day Scylla skin.
I'm so excited.
Which will come back as a traveler with some prisms, and should be really good.
Okay.
Also, as part of, did I miss anything important on this? No, collect peppermint candies, get free stuff.
Okay.
You can get 2 peppermint candies for free. The other ones will be in Travelers as part of this event.
Nice.
One thing that, so how do you get your free ones? As part of this update, we will be updating the Wandering Path. So the Wandering Path will reset back to level 1.
Right.
And there will be 1 candy free on the Wandering Path track. There'll also be a bunch of other free rewards on the Wandering Path track, same as always.
Okay.
And then there's also this new thing, the Advent Calendar.
Let me just check real quick before I just show you.
Yeah, it might not.
No, this will be fine.
Yeah,
Finn says
I
hi.
just wanted to check. Here's a look at the Advent calendar.
Yeah, so
cool.
Every day for the first
Day 1 and 2 already getting diamonds?
That's because he's logged in.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of diamonds in this.
No, I'm saying everyone's getting diamonds the first 2 days.
There's quite a lot of
For
diamonds.
free.
I'm
Well,
not gonna
I'll
lie.
actually just remove our cams again real quick because you can see there's a little bit more information on the right there that's giving away some stuff.
Yeah, so
Not to sneak to peek.
yeah, we're still finalizing all this, but basically, if you log in 24 days, any 24 days, between November 18th and December 26th, you'll get a reward every day for up to 24 days. And then on day 24, you will get a peppermint candy. So that's the other free peppermint candy.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
So, and there's quite a lot of diamonds in here. There's chest rolls. There's some other stuff. And you'll just get that for logging in. So just log in and get your free stuff. Yule. And yeah, and this is obviously on top of the free diamonds you're getting on the Wandering Path, and you're getting for logging in with your daily logins, and you're getting from your Ascension passes, and so more free stuff. So yeah,
awesome.
What if you miss a day? You can miss a day. You don't need to log in consecutively
every day. That's why we're doing it for a longer period of time, chat.
Yeah, you just need to log in that number of days over the course of the time from November 18th to December 26th.
Sweet.
Next, we should probably go. Do you want to look at the other stuff first? Do you want to look at Aladdin first?
We said, you know what I want to see.
This is unrelated. It's not part of the event.
Oh,
we do it afterwards.
There's more to the event?
Yeah. So
should we have a little close look at the Aladdin skin?
Yeah, let's do the Aladdin skin first.
Okay. Let me get to that.
This Aladdin skin allows us to talk about something else as well.
Dissertation time.
Dissertation time.
Dun, dun,
Are you going to pull that up first, or you want to?
No, let's show the skin.
Okay, we'll show the skin first, and then we'll talk about the.
Because then we can just go to that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Back in game.
Okay. So, Aladdin. This is Winter Wishes Aladdin. The most, the effects all generally look pretty good, right? I'm not going to, they're Christmassy. You know, you got little snowflakey effects. There is a Santa hat on the genie as well as on Aladdin, so they're both dressed up for the season. But I think the most fun part is the change to the ult here. They went a little bit extra.
Which, to be honest, I didn't think we were ever going to do. You know what?
Isn't it
when
great?
everyone said there's going to be an Aladdin skin,
it's snowing.
This is what we wanted to see.
It's snowing.
This was so very unexpected to see internally. Yeah. My God, did they go above and beyond?
Yeah, they did.
Stuff like this isn't easy, by the way.
Can you reset cooldowns one more time just so you can hear it? There's also Christmas music playing in the lamp.
Oh, that's nice.
So.
It just plays Jingle Bells. I'm sorry it's so quiet, chat. I wasn't prepared for that one.
It is there. I can hear it.
Yeah, so it's fun. The other thing worth mentioning here is we had teased that there is a soft rework for a god in this update.
Okay.
And the god that is receiving that soft rework is Aladdin. I have a dissertation here from Pon, who could not be on the show because he is currently feeding his child working from home
But we'll be
today.
here Friday.
But he'll be here on Friday, and he will go through it more on Friday. And I'm going to read through his long dissertation, and then we'll talk more about what all is actually changing.
I will try and paste it on screen too and follow along with you all. Here you go.
So Pon says, hey, y'all.
Oh, nice.
Aladdin is a god with a ton of unique things going on, but the combination of effects and ways to approach team fights has led him to a really rough state. Currently, he is the most banned and very successful jungler at the highest level of plays. But even in that case, he doesn't see much play in the grand scheme of things. Everywhere else, he is the lowest performing god. And I will ad-lib here and say, if he's on your team, you are probably going to lose, that level of low performance. And with nearly the least popularity. And if you average all of the modes, then he takes the cake, with the Morrigan being a close second. This is likely due to in terms of popularity, this is likely due to a combination of his difficulty of play, mechanically with quick refires and a high-risk engage jungler, and just how much room for error with an ultimate as unique as his. Mm-hmm. I want to be clear that gods being difficult or having high skill ceilings is not a bad thing. But God's skill ceilings being 20 stories above the rest of the cast to the point nobody can enjoy him is this taken too far. My goal with this soft rework is not to make him a middle-of-the-pack difficulty god. He will likely still be better in the hands of the skilled, but this should hopefully let him feel more impactful to most players and alleviate some of the major pain points that really push him that extra step at high levels. The first major step is to his ultimate. It can now kill targets outright, as a skill shot with a big windup should be able to do. It also no longer restores health, which is both often a reason why it was bad to cast, but also some of the major reasons it broke high-level play. Additionally, when it brings people into the lamp, it will incur a higher cooldown, and the fight is centered more around Aladdin and his target. Everyone else coming in, regardless of team, will take and deal less damage. They are there to support the fight, not to be fodder for Aladdin, and not to be the primary way someone dies. Mm-hmm. These all combined should be a healthier version of his ultimate and really reduce some of the major whiplash that often feels frustrating rather than cool. The second major change is to his genie charges. These, I lost my notes, I'm sorry. These allow him to call his genie to augment his attacks. He functionally right now always has 2 charges, giving him 5 abilities to quickly dump on someone, deleting them if you are even a little bit ahead, and can execute on firing them all quickly. The change is to reduce the charges to 1, but let them generate more frequently. With this change, Kit Dubnica is less of a focus and allows us to put more oomph back into his abilities, making him feel better without all-in committing. His third ability in particular is being shifted to focus more on disruption rather than being free setup for his follow-up attacks. This is why most of his abilities saw some level of base damage or scaling adjustments. The final major change is a lot of smaller ones. Small things like the reaction time players have to Kufic Invocation, cleanup to it not being refireable when being CC'd, base health adjustments for an assassin that generally has to commit, and interaction size lamp so people don't get freely krakened upon leaving should all add up to general feels improvements for the Aladdin and also players facing him. In closing, Aladdin had a lot of potential to be a much more engaging god for a wider pool of players, but the initial tuning and design decisions led him to a state of frustration and drastic unpopularity. While I am proud of his abilities and how much unique playstyle they bring, it was not successful and would not have been good to continue to leave him in this state. These adjustments should hopefully let him shine better without lowering his skill ceiling and skill expression too greatly. I hope this sets up a core to be in a better place to begin investigating new aspect ideas for him.
I like that ending.
Thanks, y'all. We'll be around to answer questions, especially on Friday for the big balance patch show.
Thank you, Pon.
Okay, so what do we actually do? I have the list of things right here. So I will continue to read through the things that are happening. Increased intelligence scaling on basic attacks from 20% to 30%. Increased base health from 498 to 525, so 27 additional base health. Increased health per level from 92.6 to 97.5. So his level 20 health will go from 2351 to 2475. So we'll have an extra 125 health at max level. His passive, the Wealth Wish is being reworked to God kills and assists provide 33% more gold, and gain 7.5% bonus gold from all other sources for 180 seconds. So, yeah, you got to pull up. Thank you.
It's not the smallest, but I'll do my best.
There we go.
Yeah. So a little bit more of a longer time period, right? And a little bit,
less volatility between whether you get kills during that time period or
not. There is decreased genie charges from 2 to 1.
This is the big one. One of the big ones.
And decreased the charge cooldown from 15 to 10 seconds. And now you get -1 cooldown for each enemy slain and -5 seconds for gods.
Yeah.
So you can get these charges back pretty quickly in the course of a fight.
Yeah, especially while jungling as well. If you're utilizing those refire charges, you're still getting them back at a decent pace as well.
Yeah. Kufic Invocation. Increase minimum time to fire from 0.1 to 0.2 seconds. Increase the pre-fire on firing the projectiles from 0 to 0.067 seconds. Decrease the max starting angle, so it won't start completely shotgunned anymore, from 90 to 75. Increase the return time, or the refire time for return projectiles start traveling from 0.3 to 0.5 seconds. Adjusted some visual and audio tells for better clarity of these stages. Increased sending small damage.
That's
so when they're going out.
Yep.
From 30 to 110 to 35 to 155, which it's a lot more damage, right?
Especially towards the late game.
Decreased the sending small intelligence scaling from 45 to 40. Decreased sending small strength scaling from 40 to 35. Increased sending large damage scaling from 50 to 250 to 60 to 280. And decreased the scaling from 81 to 72 and the strength scaling from 72
some
to
base
63.
damage increases, especially going to the late, while some intelligence strength scaling decreases.
Yep. Increased small return damage, base damage, from 20 to 80 to 2100, and increase the scaling on that from 30 to 35. And we fixed an issue where being crowd control would stop your ability to refire it.
Yeah, so that must not have been an easy one to fix. Good stuff.
On his 2, we've increased the damage, particularly the base damage, so it starts at 90 instead of at 70. And we've increased the punch scaling from 15 int plus 30 strength to 20 int plus 35 strength.
That's per punch as well.
Per punch, yeah.
So that still will deal quite a lot of damage. And on his 3, we have increased the landing intelligence scaling from 55 to 70, so
pretty big jump.
Pretty big jump there. Increased genie knockback duration from 0.5 to 0.7.
Which would only happen if you do the refire.
And genie knockback now knocks away from the landing location, whereas previously it was a knock up. Right?
Yeah, so that way it's a little bit, while it's longer, it's a little bit less intense.
Sorry, I needed a drink after all that reading. Fixed an issue where the refire prompt would appear even if you had no charge to use.
Which is good, because that's like one of the new changes that they wouldn't have seen, but Pon already preemptively fixed that.
And then lastly, not really lastly. Yeah, go for it.
Sure. Remove the self-heal up to 50%. Remove the enemy heal up to 50%. Removed as a result of the above, the ultimate can deal damage to enemies below this 50% threshold and kill enemies. New, gain 35% of Aladdin's max health as a shield. You saw it on the Ymir when we actually went
Yep.
in the game. Enemy gains 35% of Aladdin's max health as a shield.
So both combatants will be getting
So
that.
both that get it. Rework the non-combat interaction. Combatants are unchanged. Non-combatants are ephemeral. What?
Ephemeral.
Okay. They deal less damage, but take less damage, including from combatants.
Yeah. Main idea there.
So
being
main idea is
if
it's like
we
a one-on-one.
fight each other, it's more of a one-on-one.
More of a one-on-one than people jumping in and goon squadding. Okay. Increase non-combatant damage done reduction from 10% to 33%. Decrease non-combatant damage taken from plus 10% to minus 33%. Increase base damage 80 to 320.
I was only doing 80 before?
150
Yeah,
to
there you go.
550. Increase the strength scaling by 15%. Increase the intelligence scaling by 25%.
Quite chunky.
90% intelligence scaling. Decrease cooldown. It was 110 going down to 100. It's now going to be 90 flat. And new cooldown is increased by a flat 30 seconds on a successful transfer to the lamp.
Yeah, people are saying execute in chat, not an execute. It just deals damage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it dealt damage before, but it could not kill you.
'cause you'd
Right.
If
regain health.
it was actually like counterintuitive that you should not lamp ult a low health target because that low health target was going to be healed
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially
So
late game when they could one-shot you.
now,
back.
if you do lamp a low health target, you can just kill them, right?
Yes.
And if you lamp a high health target, then you will pull them into the lamp with you, and you both have a shield. But they will still take damage by being hit.
And the last note on here is increase the interact size of the lamp in the main map from 2 meters to 4.5. Should make it a little bit easier to interact with. This means players will be less clumped up on leaving the lamp, assuming they interacted at a larger range.
sure, because depending on where you interact with the lamp is where you
is where you're going
leave
to
the
come out.
lamp.
Okay,
Oh, I actually
good to know.
forgot about that.
Good to know.
And if you kill them with the lamp, do you still go in? Nope, you do not. It's just you just kill them with the lamp. Right?
There will be, obviously, all these
Just
notes
get
will be part of the patch notes when they do come out next week. However, we'll probably do an update where I release some on Friday as well. But you can also take this from the show.
Yeah, so that was
just a lot to cover there on the Aladdin.
A lot to cover on the Aladdin soft rework. I'd hate to see what a hard rework is at this point. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, good stuff, Pun.
Good stuff.
Really
No, I think it's
appreciate
good. I think that like when we have a character that is like both the most powerful character for the highest skill players and the least powerful character in the game for everybody else.
Including
it's impossible
like the
to balance.
ranked high level
Yeah,
players.
this includes rank. This isn't
we're not talking
just
about
like
the 0.1. We're talking about like the 0.01.
yeah, it's like only like the very highest elo of ranked could make Aladdin work.
Like-
And everybody else, it was like
Probably like less than 100 players.
yeah.
You know?
So when you get to that, then you can never buff the character because
Yeah.
it's going to break the game at the ultra high levels, and you can never nerf the character because it's like already at a win
already
rate that's not
suffering.
tenable.
Yeah.
So hopefully this just gets the character into a place where he still feels like Aladdin, he's still doing Aladdin-y things, but it's at a balance point that we're able to continue to iterate on to make him more healthy for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So give him a try on PTS today. Also, in Yulefest, to loop back to the Yulefesting.
Yes.
There are 3 travelers in this update that have
Did you want me to go in
candies.
game for these?
For one of them, if we could.
Which
but can
one?
we just, the Anubis?
Okay.
Do you just want to look at the travelers first, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
wait. Let's wait 50 seconds maybe for your lobby to reset.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Um,
There is other things to talk about. You saw it a little bit earlier on, and we will go and show it you in game as well. But Clumsy, do you want to mention it? You've already tweeted about it, and we did see it in the game earlier on.
Oh, we got to talk about it?
We could do that while we're waiting real quick.
okay, we can do this. This is not part of the Yulefest. This
It's not
is
part of
just-
the
not.
Yulefest.
It's not.
Yeah.
This is something that
a lot of, I mean, everyone was asking for it. When we finally brought SMITE carts into SMITE 2 via the wards, they're like, but Clumsy, not everyone else at Titanforge, where's the teleporter effects? The thing is we were always planning to do that. They just took a little bit more time.
Yep.
They were in the pit stop, getting ready, changing to the wheels. But SMITE carts back, baby, as teleporter skins.
So teleport skins are available. You did see it earlier on. I will showcase it a little bit later. But that was just buying me enough time to get out of this lobby and have it close so I can go in and show you all the other skins.
Do you have the? Do you just want to look at the smite cards right now? Since we're
Yeah.
Nope,
What?
because... Oh, okay, I can do that now.
But you said we didn't
Sorry,
talk about
sorry.
it. I'm
just showing-
excited.
I was going to show in game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, either one.
we can just look at the.
Just trying to get
It's in the supporter
to-
store.
In the supporter store.
Yeah, for the record, it was really hard talking about this one because everyone's like, but where's the teleport effect skins? We always wanted them to
Yeah,
be
we did.
teleport effect skins. It just needed a little bit more time. They had put a little bit more effort into it. Look at the way they shake and stuff in the rotating screen.
Yeah.
There will be 4 different skins there. I think it was like the Sun Wukong, Aphrodite, Zeus, and the basic.
Yeah.
I broke it.
Broken. Oh no.
It's fine.
Well,
two of them are
Actually,
showing,
2
okay?
of them were the only ones that worked on the rotator last time in
Oh.
dev for some
Okay.
reason. But
Yeah, if you go to your profile screen, you might be able to see the other ones. But
Scared of doing that?
yep,
yeah.
sure.
I'm in dev.
That's
Safety
right.
first. We're leaking enough as it is. Okay, where are we going now with the...
Do you want to look at the...
Wonder markets?
Yeah, let's look at the
come back.
travelers.
Okay, which traveler first?
Let's do Festive Nitwit.
Bum, bum, bum.
Anubis.
You did this is the way to go in
skin.
game for this one.
This
but
is the
we
one
can-
that you and
I
Pond
do-
were like teasing about.
I love this skin.
Yeah.
I think that this skin is great.
This is a skin.
This is... I love this, like, kind of cartoony, like... it just looks so cool. I don't know. I love it.
It is a very cool, aesthetically pleasing skin. It is his soulless eyes that bore deep into my very core that I will
got
be
a candy.
terrified to play against.
So one thing that is different about them this time is that you will get the candy
him pants.
automatically when you buy a traveler that has the candy in it.
Oh.
coins?
So you don't have to spend coins to get
What?
your... Yeah.
They
So it's
have-
just
They
easier.
have so many coins. They could spend more coins.
I don't know. We thought it would just be better. Just be like...
It's kind.
Yeah, because we found that basically everybody just immediately bought the pumpkin from the last one. So we're like, we'll just give it to you.
Upcharged it.
Yeah. So can you go to the base one, which is the
I thought that was... Sorry,
no, this
my
is the
apologies.
base one.
This is
Yeah.
the
the
base
base
one.
one.
My
Yeah, so this
apologies.
is the base version of this skin, and I love it. I think it's just like, I don't know, just the details of the materials in terms of the fabrics, and I don't know, it just looks so interestingly stylized in a way that is new to the game.
Then obviously I just showcased that one anyway, which is the Holly Berry version.
Yes.
Holly Berry, very nice. And then Grumbles as another variation.
Even more cursed if you wanted.
Yeah, and
he's
you
the
notice
Krampus.
he has well, no, that's the last one.
Oh, what?
He does have different horns.
Did I just guess?
He does have different horns.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the last one is Krampus.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And
Derpy Krampus, that's what I said.
He's
Okay.
got a little tongue. Wait,
Yep.
what?
yeah, he has a tongue, and he also has a different sweater pattern.
Oh yeah, look at
He
that.
does.
Yeah. So I think these are pretty fun. I like them a lot. And this will be, and it also comes with this.
Oh, Home for the Holidays. I love that name.
Yeah, a cool new recall skin.
Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want me to go in game to showcase some of the abilities on that? Or?
Yeah, we can go to one if you want to. It also does have the Nitwit announcer pack included here. So he has his own announcer pack. So this is an all new skin. This was made especially for SMITE 2. Doesn't have a SMITE 1 equivalent if you're new to it. And I think it turned out really cool.
He doesn't need pants. He enjoys the weather.
And any possible chance we're going to see the new anti-heal items? Yeah, we are going to cover those before we call it for the day.
Yeah. So,
So we still have a lot to
there's
go.
more?
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a little look at this skin. Let me just set 120 real quick. Pow. We got stars and snow on
Yeah.
the wand.
Oh,
Throws that
it's
little like
wrapping.
present wrapping.
Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, if you grab somebody, you just want
I
to
should just spawn the bot real quick too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the wrapping, I just thought that was so like thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
You missed the
Christmas
worst one for
wrapping.
this because he enjoys this.
The creepy children laughing.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
makes
I did hear the
skin
children laughing.
even more cursed. Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's gonna happen.
And the ult.
It's got like a ribbon effect to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
and I
jingles as
believe
well.
there's a VXG on this skin.
Really?
I can try.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he riding?
I'm riding.
Oh, he's
I'm
like
riding
Monty
the
Python
candy
riding
cane.
it.
Let's go.
Yes.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty
So
dope.
the VXG I love. That's
pretty sweet.
I think that there's just a lot of fun stuff on this skin. If you,
he's just gonna be riding at me in lane like that, man.
yeah, just slapping his booty and
Oh, my
running
God.
it down.
While the children scream
Yeah.
or laugh or whatever it is. they
And
do.
can you run a couple of the jokes or voice lines just so people can
Yep.
hear it? Oh,
No.
maybe they aren't hooked up. Okay. Well,
He does say bring it though.
yeah. Okay.
They are
well,
not hooked up right now.
Rip.
Oh. Oh, we got some.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got some
We don't
hearts.
normally showcase these. Are my apologies for not being as
No,
prepared
no,
for the
you're
audios.
good. It's just I wanted to show the skin because I thought it was pretty cool, and I wanted to show the VXG in particular.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What else we got?
Next, we have a classic skin making its return to SMITE 2 for Shibalanke.
Jabalanke.
We have Darkest Night.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I love this.
He's all wrapped up for the winter.
Yeah, the update on this skin I think looks solid. I think the materials look
clean.
great as always. This is the base version of this
flails.
skin. There are 3 prisms that are included with it. The Black
Nice.
Mirage,
I love the purple.
very shadowy.
Fresnel.
Then there's Ivory Oak.
Oh,
I like this one a lot.
Yeah,
this is the one I would
cool.
probably use.
Then there is also Wrathball.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, the red tinge is the crimson.
Along with that, you'll also get the Peppermint Candy.
Yep.
And also a title available in this as well, Darkest Night.
Yep.
Awesome.
Very cool.
And then we do have one more Traveler in this update.
Traveler, okay.
Which is going to be I believe it's called Royal Blue.
Royal Blue.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
So this is a heroic Pele skin.
Oh, this is why you've been
Okay.
playing so much Pele in the
This is why I've been playing so much Pele. Yeah.
I didn't even
testing
put
the
two and
skin.
two together.
And
Queen and King title.
it comes with a Queen and King title,
very
which is
cool. I
really
like that
cool.
matching.
Animated badge. The frame
like,
is pretty
that
sweet
badge,
too.
That thing looks cute.
Yeah. So this is the second animated badge in the game.
It's adorable.
Yep.
Second animated badge. No, I didn't realize we only had so few.
Yeah, we only have two. And the
Angry face.
and the cool frame. And this will be, I believe, a little bit less expensive than a normal Traveler because just of the skin level that it is, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't have
Makes
much
sense.
prisms and stuff. So if you're looking for
clean.
a less expensive way to get a peppermint candy, or you just want a really clean skin,
it looks nice.
The effects also look great on this. We aren't going to go in game on this one right now because we have a million other things to talk about, and we have 8 minutes technically. But yeah, I think all of the skins in this update look pretty sick. I have one final skin related note. That Frostwarden Artemis will be going up to full price when this comes out.
Right,
So
okay.
she's still on her launch discount. So if you want Frostwarden Artemis at the discounted rate, you have until the update to take advantage of that.
Awesome.
That's it.
On the skins, I believe.
That's it for the skins. And we already looked at the teleport effects.
Yes, kind of.
Kind of.
Yep.
We didn't show them in game. We should show them in game. Not that I'm excited for them.
What
or
else have we
anything.
got other than that I need to go
Okay,
game for?
so we do need to look at the new anti-heal items. So we're going to talk about
What?
Leaks.
we're going to talk about Conquest changes, which I don't really
yeah,
have too much to show, but it's a lot of stuff to talk through.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the anti-heal item stuff, and then everything else. And there's a lot of other stuff still. Everything else we're going to talk about on Friday. So this is part 1 of patch notes. Kind of part 2 will be on Friday.
Put clumsy on what?
Oh God, only 7 minutes left. Yes. Okay. So Conquest. I'm just going to start talking.
We're going over, so just keep going.
Yeah. The Pathfinder, the speed/yellow buff.
Oh yeah.
This will no longer provide health and mana on jungle monsters slain. This has been moved to jungle starters. So
Yes.
your ability to clear the jungle as a jungler without taking a ton of damage is no longer reliant on having yellow buff. It is reliant on having the jungle starter.
Big W.
We also fixed an issue where this would only remove item protection. I guess it's part of the Pathfinder.
Sure.
Yeah. So it should be a really good change for junglers. Kill formula adjustments. We have seen feedback that leads can be wiped away too quickly by a single pick or two, and that sometimes kills can become inefficient to go for.
Yeah.
We want to bring the extremes a little closer to even. It's still important for shutdowns to properly reward players for the difficulty of their kill. We just think these values were tuned too aggressively. As a side change, we're also lowering the base XP reward slightly, as this change does introduce extra volatility in the game when Snowball can be very extreme.
Yeah.
So base XP reward is going to go from 130 to 100. We're decreasing the inferior and superior victim bonus XP per
If
level.
someone's below or above you.
Yeah.
In level.
And also the gold. So basically, like the amount of bonus that you're getting for killing somebody above or below you has been changed.
And all
a
of
little
this will be on Friday. We're going to go over it some more with patch notes.
Yes. And that will hopefully address this in more front.
Yeah, the goal really is to make sure that, we don't eliminate Snowball. It should still exist to an extent, but, that one feeling of someone being, 5 levels ahead and just really going on a rampage
Yeah.
and then finally dying, because that usually does happen in team-based games, and suddenly it feels like a massive swing. That shouldn't feel like nearly as much of a swing. It should still matter. It always has to matter.
Yeah.
Right? This is a MOBA after all, but it won't be so impactful. Normalizing that.
God response. So we're changing the amount of time that you are staring at gray screen upon die.
At a very specific part of the game.
A very specific part of the game. So we are decreasing the respawn duration per level from 3.0 seconds to 2.5 seconds. So at early game, you will have less time dead when you're dead. And we're decreasing the respawn overtime threshold from 30 minutes to 20 minutes. So basically, after 20 minutes, you will start to have longer, just by default, respawn times. So basically, dying in the first 20 minutes, you will be dead for less time.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, you will probably be dead for between 20 and 30 minutes will probably be about the same as it is now, and longer than that, it's going to be a lot longer.
Yeah, do you have Matt's commentary on there as well? I know
I
he
don't.
you might need to refresh, but I don't know what that's going to do.
I'm in a different doc. Let me go get that doc.
Gotcha. He just had some good commentary on like the decision making why and the fact that like pacing has changed so drastically from where SMITE 2 started, and these respawn timers haven't changed since then. And bringing them back to the way they are now, just like brings things more in line to the way you'd expect the game pacing to flow, especially in the early to mid game. But then when the game is kind of meant to be ending past the 30+ minute mark, that's when things start, escalating back to where we would be at pre-patch.
Yeah.
So
I have the specific wording here. We've seen feedback that respawn timers can be quite punishing, especially around 20 to 25 minutes. Generally, we want respawns to start going long at an appropriate time when the match is feeling like it should end. The respawn formula for Conquest has not changed since closed alpha, when overall match pacing was much shorter, so we're adjusting things to better fit the tempo of Conquest in its current state. With these changes, respawn timers in the mid and beginning of late game will be most noticeably reduced, but after 30 minutes, respawns will be the same like they are now to help games to end. Respawn changes can introduce volatility in match length of field, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the impact.
Perfect.
Okay. Base teleporters. We are increasing the base teleporter cooldown from 210 seconds to 240 seconds. And using a base teleporter before the match starts now applies a reduced cooldown of 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think this means just like 2 10 seconds.
Yes.
Oh, so 2 10 seconds.
If the game hasn't started yet, you can use the base teleporter for effectively free.
When we say game started yet, do we mean
I think it's 0 on the clock.
I think it's 0 on the clock, most likely. Yeah.
Just double checking.
Yep.
So in theory, you can go invade as a 5-stack, invade base, and go back out your teleporter.
Sure.
Technically, before the game
has started.
Sorry,
Moonlight. Increasing the Moonlight shard spawn rate at the ritual site by plus 25% up to plus 150% when all 5 teammates are standing on the site. So if your team is grouped up, you are going to get shards quicker on the spawn rate. We're also fixing an issue where the ritual site would not begin spawning shards when it changed hands after a few seconds, so that should help that feel better. And it now spawns shards every 2 seconds while it's alive, even when it's active, even when neither team is standing over it.
Yep, so we actually saw that a little bit earlier when Hindu was showing off some of the skins, is that no one was actually on the middle pad, and yet it was still raining down shards. So that way, if you kind of get there later, if there's a team fight that happens, people are dead, it's actually really important to go collect those missing shards.
Lane minion quality of life. We have a lot of changes to make.
So one last thing, it'll also just help speed up that ritual phase just a little bit more, because we had a lot of feedback saying that the Moonlight ritual phase, specifically once the ritual has spawned, the sentence has spawned, just takes a little bit too long.
Sure.
We're very happy with the way the phase as a whole is working, but specifically that components of it, we wanted to speed up just a little bit, especially if you're committing your team to it. Sorry.
No, you're good. Lane minion quality of life. Changes to make minion movement slightly more smooth and deliberate, and to reduce visual jitter and instant direction changes that can be jarring when trying to clear waves. So we have increased the lane minion animation smoothing and fixed an issue where lane minions would not animate briefly when first coming into view. In terms of formation and spacing, they now follow each other more closely when pathing down the lane. We've adjusted their combat formation spread so that minions of the same wave more consistently form a line perpendicular to their target. Minions can no longer step backwards when falling into formation. We've lowered minion acceleration values overall, so less frantic movement when switching targets, and recovering from hit reactions is no longer instant.
Nice.
And targeting, we've slightly decreased melee and ranged minion attack ranges. And there's an SMITE 1 parity change that was pre-OB21 but wasn't in other patch notes. We've increased the hostile target decay time from 0.15 to 2 seconds, which is the duration lane minions consider enemy gods a priority after they damage a nearby ally god. And we have reduced the range at which minions target other minions. And we have fixed ranged minions, archers, prioritizing towers outside the tower's radius, and fixed an area in solo lane where minions would sidestep around seemingly invisible blocking.
One of the things that when we were working on SMITE 2, just from the get-go, that never felt consistently correct, that we are always working on, and we're going to continue to do so even past this, was just the minion interaction in the lane. And that's happening so much. I mean, that is like the core of the game to an extent, is like the laning phase, or at least the core of the early to mid game. So whenever the minions just don't feel good enough, like it's just a visceral experience. So not everyone is really understanding. It's not very conscious feeling. For those who are hyper experienced, they might be like, oh, these minions aren't really grouping at the wave that I would intuitively expect. Yeah. But we're constantly fixing these. So shout out to Matt Zaneski and programming as well, and Jordan, because they're constantly making these small fixes, and it's not easy to narrow down. It's one of those things that you can't just be like, let's just do what SMITE 1 did. It's like, okay, well, how did they do it, and how did they do it over the years, and the different engines as well is not going to make that as simple to prepare.
Agreed. It'll always be the thing we're looking to improve on as time goes on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the last thing we're talking about today, we do have a lot more stuff to talk about on Friday, but we're going to talk about the anti-heal item pass.
Okay.
Because we definitely want feedback about these from PTS today.
Yeah, this is going to be in PTS. Yeah. You guys are going to see
I think that's the reason we went through
it.
so many things today, chat, is because this is all going to be available for you to playtest right after the show, supposedly, all through the weekend. So gives you a bit more insight on what's going on here and not be confused when you go in and go, why are the minions better?
And because we changed minion stuff, like part of the reason why we're saying that is like, if you see minions acting weirdly,
report it. Please, we can.
Okay, so last time we discussed anti-heal, we wanted to see how our healing pass went and continue to expand upon options for items that are generally good in their own right, but can be conditionally better against healing, rather than the intensity of the previous healing reduction items relied on before. Currently, item and lifesteal healing is probably a touch high, while healing god healing is a touch low. We are expanding the pool of anti-heal items to fit more roles and allow more opportunity to build against gods who heavily invest into healing strategies, while slightly bumping up healing gods that need a little oomph added back. Our hope is this achieves a few goals. Healing gods feel their impact more. Players feel that the countering they lost is back, but in a healthier way than before. And tempering lifestyle and item healing through these new countering options. So one of the first things, which I think is really important, is that the anti-heal section of the item shop has returned.
Yes.
We think that just having this area of the store is important, so people can be like, I'm upset with this thing that's happening. What are my tools to
What are my options?
Yeah. Right. What are my options?
It will be replaced in the new items filter, but we think that's still an important decision to make.
Yeah. And Brawler's Beat Stick will be there with no changes.
Yep.
But it is kind of the bruiser focused counter healing.
Reminding people what already exists.
Yeah. So that'll be there. We'll be adding an all new item for tank focused counter healing.
Yeah.
This is Stygian Anchor. I think this item is very good. It builds from 2 engraved guards and 850 gold, costing 2450 gold overall. It gives you 30 physical protections, 30 magical protections, and 30 basic attack power.
Oh.
On god damage dealt or taken, apply 1 stack of Stygian Sludge.
Stygian Sludge Pond.
For 5 seconds. Max 5 stacks. Only triggers once per ability per target. Per stack,
I didn't know that.
Minus 3% movement speed, minus 4% attack speed,
stack?
and 4% healing stolen.
That's a
So
big deal.
It reduces their healing and gives it to you instead.
You're hitting them with the sludge.
You're stealing their healing,
and
you're
this,
reducing their attack speed and their movement speed.
Yes.
Whew.
Like I said, I think this item's really good, but
Per ability per target, just to be clear.
Yeah, per ability per target. Or, but it's damage dealt or taken. So if they're hitting you, they're also getting stacks.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Tanky News like, I'm just like,
okay.
Yeah, and again, healing includes lifesteal. It includes item healing. It's all healing, right? So this is pretty good, I think. We're also updating some existing items.
Yep.
So Divine Ruin is getting is going to be kind of the mid-focus counter healing item in this pass.
The real change that's happening here basically is when you get hit by the chain trigger, it's now going to mark you for 6 seconds. And if you are marked and you heal for 50 health at least, then the divine cooldown trigger on the person who owns it will be reduced by 0.25 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically you can get Divine Ruin stacks pretty frequently if you're playing against anybody that's healing.
Yeah. 50 health is not a lot.
50, yeah, it's not a lot at all. And if you and again, Divine Ruin is going to ping a lot of gods.
Exactly.
If you're doing this right.
Everyone that's
so
true.
Everybody is giving you reduced cooldowns. So you could be getting like, every ability has a Divine Ruin.
Yeah. And we want to make sure that like Divine Ruin is still a good item by itself, that when you're picking, you still are okay picking it up, but when you're picking it up for a reason, for the healing purposes, it's just a little bit better. It's not going to go from being a good item to an OP item. That's not the intention.
Okay.
Kinsblade, you want to read it?
No, go ahead. I saw you drinking, that's why.
No.
Kinsblade, sure. Carry focus, counter healing item. The passive. Enemies gain 1 stack for every 100 health they restored within 12.8 meters. Stacks last 6 seconds and max stacks. Attack hit plus bonus physical damage to enemy hit. Bonus damage 1.5% target max health plus. Choose the highest. It's either 0.5% per mark stack, target max health, or 7.5% of how much more max health they have. So explain that in layman's terms for me.
It's still going to have the chins effect of making sure that if you're a higher health than I am, we're going to still be doing that damage.
Yeah.
That being said, now if someone has restored health in an area around you, they're going to have a specific mark on them saying that you're also going to be taking more Chinsblade damage from me. So basically, if anyone's healing, Shin's Blade will actually still
So
be
Chin's
effective
is good
on you,
against healers and it's good
not
against healthy
just-
targets.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. That's what the layman's terms was for everybody like me who just doesn't really care or read the notes very well, to be honest. And then Avenging Blade.
It got a new icon. That's it.
Okay. I just at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll copy that in a sec.
It has decreased movement speed reduction per stack from 5% to 3.5 per stack. Decreased protection reduction per stack from 5 to 3.5. Increased debuff duration from 3 to 4. And new, while in the jungle or on restoring 5% of their health, stacks are twice as effective.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, anytime you're being attacked, I have Avenging Blade, I attack, you're going to be gaining a small amount of stacks. They're going to be less effective than the usual amount. But if you're in the jungle, or if you've healed at all, then those stacks are going to be twice as effective.
Okay.
So again, kind of like we still have that old jungle clause, but now we have this regardless this healing clause too.
Yeah.
That being said, I did not finish working on this item, and it'll be in for
Clumsy.
live. I didn't get to it because I was working on Daji stuff. So this one, it will exist in the item filter, but will not work.
You can see how organized I am, and you can't even do your basics of getting.
Nope.
Don't worry about it. And last but not least, Contagion. It's not changing whatsoever, but it is moving to the anti-heal section of the store just for a bit more clarity and people realize where they can get it.
And just one more commentary on the whole anti-heal stuff is that, as we've talked about before, we are still quite happy, and as Pon wrote down in the dev commentary, the anti-heal changes overall has been very positive. We're happy with the way things have fleshed out. Item healing was a little bit maybe too high. God healing was a little bit too low. We're going to see a little bit more addressed on that in the actual patch itself on Friday.
Yes.
That being said, these items exist not as full anti-heal counters, right? We're not bringing back, hey, Divine Ruin now shuts down your healing. We're now doing, the counter healing options. It's still going to be called anti-heal because it's something that you do when you want to counter healing itself.
Yes.
Against healing. But they're not just usually a flat, hey, we're just stopping you from doing a thing. It is now saying, hey, if you're healers, I have options to make me stronger against you. The closest thing to anti-heal here will probably be Stygian Anchor, which has it heal steal a little bit. So definitely play around with that. Like we said, we think that's definitely going to be a strong item, but none of this should feel mandatory, and that's the goal.
It's 2:08, which means we're past where we were supposed to be, and there's a lot more stuff that is in this patch that we're not talking about today, but we'll talk about it Friday.
We will catch up.
You can explore it right now, live on our PTS server.
Is it live right
live?
this second?
I saw it,
2
Kabir.
o'clock.
I got a
2
message.
o'clock.
It's
Nice.
So PTS is live now.
You too can use this.
Oh, we're doing it! Yeah! Smite Guard's back again! Look at the effects at the end when you explode. It's so cool. I see everyone out there with the Smite Card wards and the curios. We're back!
I will say also on PTS today, which we're not talking about. RTO.
Oh, she on?
RTO, yeah.
You're going to
RTO
get to play
PTS.
RTO base kit on PTS today.
Okay, I was like,
Not
are we doing
the
anything
aspect.
else? Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Not
aspect
the
is not turned on.
Yes.
And
No, not the aspect.
RTO is invisible in practice
know
range
that.
for me. Switch stance. We know. It's a known issue on PTS today. If you go into practice range, she's invisible until you switch stance. There was some other thing that I was supposed to say about PTS today. Let me see if I can find the note from Kabir.
While you're finding that, let's just do a very, very, very quick recap. So we had Conquest map updates in terms of lighting and geometry around the map. Daji Aspect, Daji Ascension Pass, the Yulefest event that's going to be coming into the game too, where you get an advent calendar where you can also get free stuff. Additionally, Aladdin has had a soft rework. You can find out more information about that later on. Additionally, we also had the supporter store effects with the Smite cart stuff coming in too, as well as the Royal Blue Pele pack and the Jabberlonke Darkest Night and the Nitwit Anubis Wandering Markets. Then we also had changes to Conquest in terms of speed buff changes, kill formulas for adjustments for how much experience and gold you're going to get. Then we also had changes to the Moonlight, the quality of life of the minion changes too. And additionally, there's also going to be anti-heal items in the patch for you to play around with and whatever Kilgun's going to say next.
No, I was just going to say for PTS today, the two known issues going into it, beyond Adventuring Blade not working.
Oh, you said Adventures. I was like, what?
Sorry. The RTO model is missing in practice, but when you transform into Bear, she'll show up for the rest of the time.
Nice.
And RTO and Daji do not show their models in the God lobby until you lock them in.
Yep.
They just don't have their cameras for the lobby yet. So
Stuff.
those are known issues, just so you're aware.
No, don't need to report those. We will get those taken care of as well. That
You
is
forgot to do the thing.
a lot
and
of stuff.
Yeah, and it's only been 2 weeks.
Oh, that's
It's been
his
2
table.
weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks. Yeah. And we have a lot more stuff. A lot more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we still have update notes on Friday too.
Yes,
to
we
cover.
didn't talk about all the balance.
I do believe Pom Pom will be with us on Friday.
He will be.
Is the plan?
Yep.
And we'll probably get to listen to the grilling of the community of how the feedback is on Aladdin so far, and then give some further updates there too. Do we do one more question? I guess we do, right? It is time for
one more question.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to do it. It's 2:11.
One more question. As in 3 questions total, chat. We have gone over time, which it just is what it is.
Yeah. Sorry for people that are on, trying to take their lunch hour around watching the show or something.
I've got to get a drink on this show too, and I was like, mistakes were made.
Yeah, mistakes were made.
You might see some Aphrodite on Friday. That wasn't really a question, but I guess it was.
I mean, it was. Any Aphrodite news, Clumsy? That's your question.
Yeah, on Friday.
Okay, that's your news.
There you go.
One done. Me and Kilgore got to find one each now.
Yeah.
We're just like asking like X God and why.
I love this.
Desire.
One person that goes, when is Rat? And then the person called Ratata, when is Hachiman? You'd expect him to go Rat too.
Amazing.
I'll tell you, next year, maybe. Or the year after. Or the year after that. Just to confirm. I realize there's still a lot of gods, but.
It's a lot of gods.
Vaffy, you are not getting double worshippers for the Thanksgiving weekend just because you keep spamming it. We will do another double worshippers soon, though. Probably on the run through the Christmas
such
period.
a good time.
Okay, fine, Kilgoon. We'll do it this weekend and let Vaffy have
Not
exactly
this
what he
weekend.
wants.
Not this weekend.
Okay, Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I just said no, but you're okay. That was my question.
Sorry, I gotta pick one. Where do I get this watermelon shirt? I got this at JCPenney years ago. Everybody's talking about the watermelon shirt today. I'm sorry.
That was the question,
No, I gotta pick an actual real one. But there's a lot of like unrelated to the patch questions. I want a related to the patch question. In what ways does this rework make Aladdin have a lower skill floor? So I think the main area is about the variance that we're trying to reduce, right? I think the goal is still pretty high skill ceiling, but not quite as much variance, right? I would say the 3 biggest things, if you're looking for the summary, is you have 1 genie stack instead of 2.
Yep.
So there's less just like mechanical, I need to spam all of my abilities and use them interacted in the right way.
But each specific ability is generally tiny bit stronger.
Yes, but each ability is a little bit stronger, right? So, and it'll allow us to continue to make individual abilities stronger because we don't have to balance for you using 5 in a combo every time. The Wish for Wealth has been had its variance reduced by extending the duration and slightly reducing the rewards or changing the way the rewards come out. Because it used to be like if you were a good player who can use it exactly at the right time, you could get this huge cash infusion that made the character much stronger, right? And I think the last thing is understanding when to use the ult. There were a lot of like non-intuitive moments where you wanted to ult somebody as Aladdin where it would end up healing them and not killing them.
Yeah,
right?
especially if they were super low in health. It's like, wait a second, what's happening here? This is when I would expect to do my ultimate.
Yeah, so I think that those things in particular are the 3 biggest. But I think that we'll have Pawn on Friday to talk more about it. We really want to get your feedback. So if you're an Aladdin enjoyer, please play him today on PTS and let us know what you think.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
That's all we have for today. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, but we kind of ran through a lot of that, so there's a lot to digest, go away with, test out the PTS. We'll be back on Friday to give you updates on what the update notes are looking like for the following week. And give you more updates of how things are looking in the game too. If we don't see you beforehand, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all on the battleground. Goodbye.